Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all to our 804th meeting of Chennai Toastmasters Club. The mission of every Toastmasters Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in such a way that the members are empowered to improve the communication skills and leadership qualities, hence resulting in greater personality growth and self-confidence. Before moving to our meeting, I would like to brief upon certain rules which has to be followed. Keep your mobile phones on silent. Do not talk about taboo topics such as sex, politics, and religion. Kindly sit in a silent atmosphere so that you can hear what the speaker is speaking. Kindly be on mute until it's your turn to speak. At the moment, please unmute yourselves. If you have any messages to be shared or conveyed in the chat box below, please convey it in it. With this, I hand over a control to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhilash. To share a few words about him, he is CTM Mentor Pool Coordinator for Division C, and he's a part of District Audit Team. Toastmaster Abhilash is Chartered Accountant by profession, and he is working in the Finance Division of Chennai of Chemical Manufacturing MNC. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tarun, for those warm words of introduction. A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to meeting number 804 of Chennai Toastmasters Club. Let me declare open meeting number 804 on that happy and vibrant note. Now, I would also like to recognize the presence of our Area C4 Director DTM Venu and our Mentor Pool Chair of D120 DTM Nina John with us. Welcome. And now, before we move into the meeting, we have quite a number of guests with us today. Let us quickly hear a few words from our guests before we go on. So, first up, I think we have guest Arun with us. Arun, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Arun. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm working in a company called Interest, which is accounting back office. So I just got to know about this club through my brother, and just want to check how things are going up, and I'm like looking forward to get enrolled and being part of the Toastmasters for a long time.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you. So we have another guest with us, guest Suresh. Suresh, hello.
Hello, Aisha. Hi.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I'm currently doing my MBA in MIM, which is in Royal. So I'm a student. So I just joined this meeting to see whether the environment is good, so that I can enroll in this club and improve a lot.
Great, Suresh. Looking forward. Arun, Suresh, please do come. So we have Mr. Shivakumar as well with us. So Mr. Shivakumar has now become a regular. So, sir, we'll get your feedback towards the end of the meeting. So your introduction is already known to us. So let us now proceed on with the meeting. We have a very energetic Toastmaster today to take us through this evening. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana is going to be our host for the day. To tell you all a little bit about Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, he's an engineering graduate. He's held multiple positions in our club. He has been a past VPPR. He's the current Vice President membership, and he is also the Vice President elect of our Vice President Education elect of our club. So he's chosen a very interesting team for us today. Let us hear what he has to say. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, the virtual stage is all yours to take us forward.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for introducing me with the kind words. Thank you for that. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. This is Lakshmi Narayana, the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting, the meeting number 804. So you all know Thursday, 25th November, which went 2 days back, was Thanksgiving Day for US, Canada, and many other countries. And this weekend is also known as Thanksgiving weekend, where all the family members get together and have a feast together. The turkey is very popular for that. Okay. This holiday is a favorite for so many people because it isn't focused on presents or extravagant decorations. It's about sitting down for a delicious meal surrounded by friends and family. Okay. So the spirit of Thanksgiving is celebrating the harvest and blessings of the previous year with a heart full of gratitude. Hence, today's theme is attitude of gratitude. So instead of complaining, there are thorns among roses, we can also rejoice. There is a rose among thorns. And this gives us a lot of positivity. People with attitude of gratitude experience the calmness, peace, and joy because they appreciate what they have without being too much worried about what they don't have. I'll talk to you in detail in the other sessions of the meeting. So let me begin this meeting, give an introduction about what are the various sections in this meeting. We have the usual 3 sessions in the meeting. The first one is the preparatory speech section, and then the table topic session. And to evaluate this, we have evaluation session. And today we have another ceremony, induction ceremony, which is after this meeting it will happen. So before we start the meeting with the prepared speech section, let me first invite our quality manager or general evaluator to explain his role. And today, the general evaluator is Toastmaster Vignesh, who's an hardware engineer working with Qualcomm. He's an active Toastmaster. He was a contest master in Division C humorous contest. His hobbies are traveling, reading books, listening music, and of course, Toastmastering. Let me welcome Toastmaster Vignesh, the general evaluator, to explain his roles and responsibilities. Over to you, Toastmaster, general evaluator Vignesh.
Thank you, TMOD Lakshmi Narayana, for a warm words of welcome. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, my dear friends and guests. Today, I will be the general evaluator for today's meeting. Mark Twain says, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. So we are here to help all the speakers to give optimistic and improvement feedback. We will observe the entire meeting and share the feedback at the end of the meeting. To assist me with, I have 2 teams. One is a tag team and the second one is evaluation team. Let me introduce the tag team now. Tag stands for timer, R counter, and grammarian. Today we have an enthusiastic timer as a Toastmaster Naveen Raj. So to tell about himself, he's a quality assurance head working with Ravel High-Techs. His hobbies are reading books, watching TVs, and paintings. Let me welcome Toastmaster Naveen Raj to tell us about his roles and responsibilities. Over to you, Toastmaster Naveen Raj.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vignesh. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, as a timer, my role is to remind all speakers how much time they spent on their speech. For example, if prepared speech has 5 to 7 minutes, then green light will be on 5th minute, yellow light will be on 6th minute, red will be on 7th minute. And for table topics, 1 to 2 minutes, on 1st minute, green light will be shown, and for 1.5 minutes, yellow light will be shown, and red light will be shown on 2nd minute. And I will submit my report on end of the meeting while called upon by the general evaluator. Now over to you, general evaluator Toastmaster Vignesh.
Thanks, Toastmaster Naveen. Now we have a R counter in the tag team. So to tell about today's R counter, he's a 2nd year become student. He loves adventures and he aims to study in a top business schools in the world. Toastmaster Tarun says to improve his listening skills and avoid filler words in his future speech, he has taken the R counter role. Now I invite Toastmaster Tarun to tell us about his roles and responsibilities. Over to you, Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vignesh, for the introduction. Once again, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of our counter is to note the words and sounds that are used, such as a crunch, a pause filler, by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds, including and er. I will also note when the speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times each person used these expressions when called upon. Thank you. Now over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Vignesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. Now we have a grammarian who is a Toastmaster, Srinivasan. He is working as a process design engineer in Higashi Motors India Limited. His hobbies are playing cricket and watching YouTube videos. His future plan is to join any one of the defense force in India. He says that he wants to improve his listening skills, vocabulary, and sentence formation skills with new words without grammatical error. Hence, he has taken this grammarian role. Let me welcome Toastmaster Srinivas to tell us about his roles and responsibilities. Over to you, Toastmaster Srinivas.
Thank you, Toastmaster General Evaluator Vignesh, for the introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their linguistic usage, and I will also note the misuse of English as well as the outstanding mistakes. As a grammarian, I also have one more duty to introduce the word of the day, optimistic, which means expect good things to happen. For example, sentence, writing the attitude journal will make a life of to think in an optimistic way, even in the pessimistic situation. I encourage every speaker include the word of the day in the speeches. I will send my detailed report for the general level. Both to general level.
Thanks, Toastmaster Srinivasan, for explaining about your role and introducing the word of the day. Now, regarding my second team, evaluation team, I will introduce at the end of the meeting. Now I hand over the control to Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Yeah, back to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh, the General Evaluator. So now we are moving to the first section of this meeting, the very interesting section, the prepared speech section. Today we have two prepared speeches, one from the level 1 and one from the is a lengthy speech. And we have two speakers right now. So let me invite the first, introduce the first speaker, our Toastmaster Karthika. Toastmaster Karthika is a chartered accountant and currently working in healthcare industry. Her hobbies are stock trading and watching movies. And when I asked her a question about what is that you are grateful in your life, she said she's very grateful for the people who have come into her lives. Some came in unannounced and some knocked on the doors as friends as well. So before calling on Toastmaster Karthika, let me invite our evaluator, Toastmaster Geeta, to explain the project objective. Over to you, Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to one and all present here. Toastmaster Karthika is giving her icebreaker speech today, and the path that she has chosen is the presentation mastery. So the objectives are very simple. She just requires to introduce herself to the club and in the process learn to structure her speech. The timer, please note the time is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best to you, Toastmaster Karthika. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta, for explaining the role. So now it's time to begin the first speech in this meeting. Toastmaster Karthika, on growing up. Toastmaster Karthika, the stage is yours now.
Thank you for the warm introduction. I'm Karthika. Being an only child, I've always had my parents' undivided attention. They are my biggest cheerleaders, and having them around brightens my day. Since my dad held a transferable job, we lived in a couple of cities in India, and I have distinct memories which I associate with each of the places where I spent my childhood. Starting off with Chennai, I was surrounded by fun-loving schoolmates, friendly auto drivers, and amazing 7-Eleven Sambar Idli. Chennai is my home. It's a one place I keep coming back to. Fast forward a couple of years, and we ended up in Bangalore. In Bangalore, I took a keen interest to my neighbor's huge piano and decided to start with a smaller version of it. But it so turned out that I am tone deaf and could not follow along to the tunes of my piano master. The next location was a small town called Hospet in Karnataka. So this is a place where I spent the maximum amount of time outdoors, cycling, swapping stories with my friends, raising a dog. So this is also the place where I channel my competitive streak. I was at neck-to-neck competition with a friend, and we raced ahead both in school as well as back from the tuitions. We eventually moved to Delhi. So Delhi caught me by surprise. Unlike the hard-hitting winters that Delhi is known for, I was received with love and warmth by a bunch of teenagers who were enthusiastic about the prospects of teaching me Hindi and playing out the role of Kareena Kapoor in Jab We Met. After all, we were all hoping to run into the chocolate boy Shahid Kapoor. Even though, in spite of the multiple moves across different locations, I've had a constant in my life in the form of summer vacations in Kerala. The joy of mangoes and swimming with my cousins is something I hold close to my heart. If my childhood had, if I had a soundtrack for my childhood, it would only have the sound of kids splashing across the water on loop. I was inclined towards finance and hence decided to pursue the chartered accountancy course. In spite of the CA course, known for being a very notorious course to crack, I rolled my eyes at it and decided to pursue it anyways. But eventually, the CA course rolled its eyes back at my cost accountancy skills. But I'm happy to let you know that I've cleared the course and now I'm a qualified chartered accountant. I don't have, but I currently work in Apollo Hospitals in Chennai, and I am involved in financial reporting and preparing presentations during the board meetings. I don't have one too many hobbies to boot, but I like spending Sundays sleeping in and reading newspapers. This is not to say that I haven't tried one too many hobbies. I got a knock of swimming, as I got a knock of sports, music and dance right at school itself. I spent my childhood reading Enid Blyton, Sidney Sheldon, Shani Doshi, and have traveled across the world with them. Traveling is a recent addition to my hobby list, but I don't like the fact that I have to spend money to travel. I will soon let you know if it's worth it. I decided to try Toastmasters after coming across a TED Talk by Mr. Atul Gawande. So in his speech titled, his speech was titled, "Want to get great at something? Get a coach." So in this, he says that like how sportsmen are always backed by their coaches, every professional needs to be backed by our mentors in order to succeed. So he applied this principle as a surgeon and went ahead and hired a professional to give him feedback after every surgery. This led to his simple maxim: it's not how good you are now that really matters, but how good you're going to be. I am excited to start my Toastmasters journey, and I hope that I build my confidence and public speaking skills. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kartika. You run down through your life from your childhood to where you are, and I'm sure you will learn a lot from this Toastmaster Club. Keep smiling forever. I could see smile in your face all through the speech. Keep it up. And now we are moving on to the next speaker, our speaker is Toastmaster Rekha. Toastmaster Rekha is a management training specialist and a management consultant. She has been a Toastmaster for 6+ years and played various roles in the ExCom team in Chennai Toastmasters Club. She was a division level runner-up in ISC and TT speech in 2021 and area level runner-up in evaluation contest 2021. So before inviting Toastmaster Rekha, let me invite her evaluator DTM Venu Nilagandan to explain the project activity. Over to you, DTM Venu Nilagandan.
Thank you, TMOD. Good evening, Onatala, and special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Rekha. Toastmaster Rekha is going to deliver her level 5 from the presentation mastery pathways. And the purpose of this speech is to practice to develop and prepare and present a longer speech for the speaker. This is one of the best speech prepared to speak professionally. Timer, please note, as per the agenda, the time is up to 15 minutes, even though the actual time is 18 to 22 minutes. The agenda time is 13 minimum time, 14 intermediate, and 15 the maximum time limit.
Sorry,
Timer,
can I
please note
interrupt? It is 15 to 17 minutes. Upper limit is 17 minutes and the lower limit is 15 minutes. Was I audible?
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, you are audible. Yes. Okay. Okay, then it's up to 17 minutes. Timer, please note that it's a 15, 16, 17. Okay. All the best. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you, DTM Venu Nilagandan, for explaining this role and clarifying on the time limit. Now it's time to listen to an interesting speech from Toastmaster Rekha. Toastmaster Rekha, my second innings. Toastmaster Rekha, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. All the world's a stage. All the men and women are merely players with their own exits and entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. To this Shakespeare's phrase, I would like to add, one man in his time plays many innings with twists and turns. I'm here to share a small episode of my life drama. I had a beautiful life with a supportive family and a secured MNC job with a fat 5-digit salary. And as roses or the rose plants have thorns here and there, like everyone's life, even I had small problems here and there. It's normal, it's natural, right? So my life was filled with smiles and laughters. This life anyone would love to have. My life journey was awesome. One fine day at my office, when I was busy preparing a presentation for my client's call, I received a call from my manager inviting me to the conference room. When I entered the conference room, I saw HR person along with my manager. They initiated a conference call with the department head. And then they disclosed that I was pink slipped. That is, I was sacked. And then they continued to say that it was nothing personal and it was an organization decision to downsize the team and so on. Nothing entered my ears. Nothing entered my head. I was reminded of my EMIs, jewel loans, my son's school fees. I was trying to hold my tears. I was trying to avoid breaking my voice, try to avoid my voice being to broke. But I failed. And I was totally shattered. And I later realized that it was not only me, but hundreds and thousands of people were pink slipped with 1 month notice period and a settlement amount. The twists and the turns in my life started with that one call from my manager. I was totally shattered and was not sure how am I going to open or break this news to my family. I cried my heart out. How long can I cry? I started my job search. With vigorous job search and my ex-manager's support, I got another job in another MNC organization. Oof, what a relief. I thought my problem is solved, but I never knew there was another problem waiting in a different form, waiting for me, I had leadership compatibility issue with my manager in the new organization. You would have seen children crying to go to school and the parents literally drag the child to the school. Similarly, I was dragging myself every day to the office. In the meantime, I prepared for my PMP exam, a project management professional certification. With hard work and with the help of my housemaid, I cleared my exam. You heard it right, my housemaid's help. She took care of the entire chores at home. And my routine was, it was a night shift. So my night was filled with office work, early morning, few hours of sleep, and the entire day I was with my books and my laptop preparing for my exam. My housemaid not only helped me in the house chores, but she now and then reminded me to study when she saw me wasting my time. Even my family supported me by not disturbing me. And I cleared my PMP exam, the project management certification. I managed to be in this organization for a year or so, and then I resigned, as I did not see me growing personally or professionally. I had to handle the corporate politics every single day. I had the confidence that I will get a job. So I spent few months without a job with rigorous job search, but in vain. I did not get a job. My bank balance was diminishing, so was my confidence. In the meantime, I was taking project management training for the same institute where I completed my certification or my coaching. I'm grateful for Mr. Lakshmi Shekhar, who coached me into project management training. I ended up in a situation where I had no savings, with family issues, financial issues, as well health issues. I constantly reminded myself of a quote by Robert H. Schuller, a motivational speaker. Problems are guidelines and not stop signs. I was feeling that I was starting everything all over again. And I was in a situation where I had problems even to manage my family monthly expenses. I recollect an incident, a situation where I required a good amount of 1 lakh for my house rent, where we were shifting to a new house, a different house, and for my son's school fees. One evening, I called my friend Jayashree. She asked me to come the next morning to a bank. There, she and her sister were waiting to pledge their jewels to give me the money. Even they did not have money or cash to lend me. And above all, they did not take any proof or acknowledgement of lending the money to me. In a year or so, I did repay their money, but I'm indebted to them forever. As I mentioned, I felt I'm starting everything all over again, especially my career. There was an opportunity to take a training in a college, I had to stand the entire day, almost 6 to 7 hours, for a pay of 1,500 rupees per day. I grabbed the opportunity, though the pay was way less than what I was earning in a corporate office. I never hesitate to grab any opportunity, irrespective of its magnitude or the pay, because I have to run our family. I used to make cold calls to check up on the project management institutes, and by which I was able to sign up with 2 other institutions. When you aspire for something, the universe conspires to give you what you want. I got training opportunities on communication and soft skills in few corporates like Ernst & Young, Accenture, Nissan Motors, Aspire Systems, and so on. I need to thank my friends and my known circle for their references. And I used to, in the job hunt or the training hunt, I met a director of an organization, of a training institute. So he offered me a 40% share of the earnings from the trainings. Wow, I was excited. And the offer was, he said that he is so liberal that I can make telecalls, convert the enquiries into training people or the members, to create my content, conduct training, after training support. So I have to take care of the end-to-end support, and he will share his premises. I felt, wow, what a deal. Everything I have to do for a 40% of the share. So I rejected the offer. But this incident triggered a thought in me. Why not I do something for a 100% share? So I thought of starting my own organization, but with lot of self-debate, doubt, and a droplet of courage. So I went ahead and registered my organization, Kalpataru Consulting. So few weeks and months passed in this way. After few months, I got my, that is Kalpataru Consulting's first student from Bangalore. He cleared his exam. This gave me confidence to reach out to few more people. For few months and even a year plus, Kalpataru was my secret relationship. I was hesitating to declare it public because I was not yet confident that I am an entrepreneur. So I was telling everyone that I'm a freelance trainer. And then after few months, I got my second student from Japan. And in few months, third student from US. I ensured I gave back more than the fee I received from them. So the word spread and my student base started increasing and expanding across the borders. I got students from Middle East, US, Canada, Singapore, Malaysia, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and so on. This gave me more confidence now to declare to the world that I'm an entrepreneur. I had a strong connection with my students. And my students, once they come out of their exam hall, the first call would be to me to declare their or share their happiness of success. I have so many inspiring stories to share few of the stories to you. One student, a man in his late 30s, when he called, he cried. He cried to me and he said that he had cleared the exam and it was his father's last wishes. And his father passed away a few months ago. And there was another incident where a lady, during her PMP, project management certification preparation, due to office pressure and few other pressures, she developed blood pressure, which impacted her eye. And her doctor suggested not to read books, not to strain her eyes. But one good thing is she can watch TV from a distance. So we both discussed and came out with an idea that she can use her ebooks, connect her laptop to television and prepare for the exam, and by which she cleared her PMP exam. And there are a lot more inspiring stories. I'm happy to be part of all these inspiring stories in a small way. So life is a beautiful one. It knows what to give you and when to give you, be it a positive experience or a negative experience. In these last few years, I have lost, I have won, I have cried, I've laughed, hated, loved. Above all, I learned and I'm growing. I've learned warrior is not one who always wins, but the one who is always there to fight. Whenever I fell down, I gathered myself and I got up much stronger. In a recent conversation with my father, he answered my question. I always had my doubts. My family members were not confident about me or proud of me. So during a recent conversation, I asked a question and my father answered. Yes, I was doubtful about you back then. I was not sure what you're going to do, but now I know you will. I can see the pride in his eyes and confidence in his voice. I gathered or I embraced all the opportunities which came on my way. I would say challenges are everywhere. No life, no challenges. Or I would say no challenges, no life. Even the ECG has ups and downs, or else we are dead. So as a proof, we have to live. For that, we have to have our ups and downs. And you may be having a bigger problem than mine, but always look upon that, not the current, but the future. Maybe there is something you are losing is for good. Something which you're gaining is again for good. I was asking myself, should I place myself in this vulnerable position in sharing this part of my life with you? And I read a quote by Brene Brown, a professor and researcher. Vulnerability is not about winning or losing. It's the courage to show up and to be seen when you are not in control of the outcome. Vulnerability is not about weakness, but it is the greatest strength of courage. So I feel I gathered my strength to share my life story or a small part of my story. I recollect a recent quote which I read. Fate whispered to a warrior, you cannot withstand. You will be blown in the storm. And the warrior whispered, I am the storm. Be the warrior, be the storm. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rika. Just thinking of words to describe the speech you gave. It was one of the wonderful speech here. I never felt it's a long speech. It's been just like it started and finished with some inspiring moments in your life. So one thing I now I understand is that I asked Toastmaster Rika to give an answer about what is it you're grateful in your life, because being the theme is like attitude of gratitude. I asked her to give a one thing or more than one thing that she's grateful in her life, but she didn't reply. She said, my speech will give that answer. And I'm sure you all agree with that. She has shown her gratitude and gratefulness to many people in her speech. It was such an inspiring speech. I noted few people here in her speech, like first thing she mentioned about the maid who helped her in PMP, someone by my name, Lakshmi, is coaching her, the friends who, especially a friend who helped her in pledging jewels, and people who referred clients. And she was, throughout her speech, though it was from her struggles to what she is right now, setting up a big venture called Kalpataru. She has never forget about who are the people who helped her in that path. And that is what is all gratitude is all about. I really appreciate her for that. And I'll take all those important quotes in your speech, like vulnerability is not about weakness, it's the greatest strength of courage. I take this as a message from your speech. And with that, we are coming to the end of the two great speeches for today, the prepared speeches. And now, before going to the next session, I just want to talk a few more things about the gratitude. Actually, there are 3 stages of gratitude, which I can take out from what this previous speaker was mentioning about. Like, it is a 3-stage. It's called as recognition, acknowledgement, and appreciation. So recognition is the first step where we recognize what we have rather than what we don't have. We have to recognize what we have and then acknowledge this with what you have. And then the most important part is appreciating what we have is with wholeheartedness. So I always wanted people to follow this, myself as well, recognize the good we have, acknowledge it, and appreciate it. With that, let's move to the next important session of this meeting, the table topic session. Today, we have our Toastmaster Srikanth Kritikrishnan as a table topic master. To talk few words about him, Srikanth Kritikrishnan is a spiritual aspirant, is a central and government service for the past 32 years. Let me invite Toastmaster Srikanth Kritikrishnan to take over this session and run this table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Srikanth. So, Toastmaster Srikanth, are you?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for those kind words. Well, my still on today's attitude of gratitude is that each one of us have to remember that every moment in our life is something that we need to be grateful about and to be thankful for everything that's been happening, not just the materials that we have, but the air that we breathe, the ground on which we walk, the body that we have is something that we need to be very grateful about. And once we start being grateful about it, what really happens is we start making a connection with the source from which we get all this and literally start manifesting all that you want in your life. And this is my personal experience. And also, unconsciously, you start developing the attitude of generosity and service. So this is my little spiel on attitude of gratitude. And to be optimistic, and today's table topic session, I would like to brief all those who are being here for the first time. Table topic is a session where you discover yourself to be a good speaker. You are one, but something is being holding you back. But once you get a chance to speak and to realize that you are a good speaker, you are at the right place. And this special message is for our guests. You have to speak for a topic that I would be giving at random. And today, it's going to be a very simple phrase or quote. You have to speak for a minute to be qualified, to be voted as the best TT speaker. The maximum time limit is 2 minutes and a grace period of 30 seconds, beyond which you would be disqualified. So I wish you all the very best and come forward to take up these topics. So now, are we ready for the table topic session? I'm sure all of us are. So who better to start the session than our very own enterprising and humorous speech contestant, rather a person who always has humor in his speech. Please welcome me, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati.
Yes, table topic master.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Fine. Good afternoon.
Here is your quote. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. Your time starts right now.
Thank you, table topic master Srikanth Kritikrishnan. Good evening, my dear Toastmasters and friends, guests. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. Of course, behind me, if you treat me as a successful man, there is my wife. behind me. It would be I don't know whether all of you know this. I got married at the age of 18. So that success started from that age of 18 itself. My wife is also of the same age. From that age onwards, she became my teacher, friend, and philosopher. Teacher in the sense, as I was studying in college during those times, she helped me in completing my subjects. Particularly, maths was a very difficult subject for me. She helped me to do all those calculus problems, differentiation problems, and made me to secure 150 out of 150. So she was a teacher at that point of time. Friend in the sense, there is a saying that a friend in need is a friend indeed. So whenever there is a need for me to ask any help, the first person to seek that help and solace is only from my wife. So in that sense, she perfectly fit into the role of friend. Philosopher in the sense that whenever any difficult situation arises, she was there to help me to come out of the situation, because she learned more literature, more religious literature than me. So suiting that situation, she properly guided me as a philosopher to come out of those difficult situations. Over and above all these friend, philosopher, and guide roles, she was friend, philosopher, and teacher's roles. She was my family's financier. So whatever salary I was earning, I just gave it to her and get some pocket money from her every month. So it would be better to say that that is the best quote which you have noted. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. So behind me, my woman is my wife. Thank you. Over to you, Srikanth.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. I'm sure your spouse is very proud of you. Thank you very much. The next person I'm going to call is a very special person who had a vision for Toastmasters in Tamil Nadu to begin with, a charter member who had a commitment that Toastmaster is what that our country and the state in particular needed, especially to bring out the best of leaders and communicators. I'm inviting our distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, who's also the charter member of CTM. Ma'am, can you please take the next quote?
I have a dilemma because all right. I'm doing the induction ceremony, so yeah, all right. I don't think that counts as role playing. So okay, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. You have been very magnanimous in accepting my request. Ma'am, I believe that you have been a teacher once during your career. Am I right?
Absolutely.
That's fine. Ma'am, here is your quote. The teacher has not taught until the student has learned. I repeat, the teacher has not taught until the student has learned. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. Your time starts now.
Table topics master, distinguished guests, and everyone who's here. I have a friend. She has about 3 degrees. One is a BSc, one is MSc and MBA and all the rest of it. And she always says the BSc was for her father. All the rest of the degrees up to PhD were for herself. All of us go through this phase when we have to choose between which course of subject we need to learn. We are like, we need to take in final year of school, and therefore our professional life, we are in a dilemma. And then we take up some particular course. It's only when we are in the middle of all those studies that we realize that there is a vast difference between studying and learning. Studying is what we do in school. Learning is what we do on our own. And we realize the better to learn, we need to teach. We need to understand what is the subject, how do I get across it, and an attitude of gratitude for all those teachers, mentors, all those who have helped us on our journey comes at that moment when you're applying that learning somewhere and you realize, yes, now I understand the subject. Now I can let others know what that subject is. And only when we do what that is all about will we really prove whether we have been good students or not, and whether we can imbibe that principle of triple L, lifelong learning. Be an optimist, be a learner forever. Back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for those wonderful thoughts about learning and studying. So can we have our next speaker is going to be a guest. Shiva has volunteered to come forward. Can I have Shiva? Shiva, are you with us?
Yes, sir, I'm with you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shiva. How are you this afternoon?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Which part of Chennai are you from?
Porur. I used to live in Porur, but right now I'm in Muscat. For my work's sake, I'm living in Muscat.
That's fine. That's fine. Beautiful place to be with. Shiva, they say health is wealth. I repeat, health is wealth. I want you to talk about this for a few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Health is wealth. Your time starts now, Shiva.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srikanth, and my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests and friends. Very good evening to all of you. So I'm given the topic health is wealth. There is an old saying that comes to my mind. If you have health, you can make any wealth. But if you lose your health, and no matter whatever wealth you have, I don't remember exactly who said that, but that is something that every one of us should have faith in. And if you look at, ironically, I mean, if you look at the present day's generation or the work style that we have, so many of us sort of trade off health in the process of making wealth, I guess. So if you really keen on maintaining good health, that is not something you get for free or you get, automatically. One has to be consciously making some efforts to maintain a good health. And our present day lifestyle may not be very encouraging to have a conducive environment, as we are, our lifestyle is becoming sedentary and sedentary day by day. And still, as I said earlier, we have to make a very conscious effort, like developing some good habits, avoiding junk food, or keeping ourselves active, involving in some physical activities. So all these things, I guess, would help us to retain and improve our health. And thank you, Toastmaster Srikanth. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Shiva, I can see a person on your screen. Who is that?
That is the success behind me, like your previous topic.
Okay. Wonderful. We would like to meet her and talk to her. Would she like to take a topic, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, here goes your, can I have your name, please?
Muthu.
Muthu. Oh, that's wonderful. You had volunteered. That's right. Muthu. Your topic goes right now.
Okay.
They say, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Over to you, Muthu. Your time starts now. You want a different topic? I can give you something more simple than that.
Yes, sir. I would be recommending a different one since it's the first time.
Okay. Here, ma'am. It says, love is blind. Love is blind. Your time starts now, Muthu.
Thank you, everyone, for giving this opportunity. This is a very nice word. I'm hearing love is blind. That's very true. It's good also. But love is blind is true. Whatever they are loving or not loving, we are very much loving them. But I don't know sure about someone loves, we are loving. Someone is not loving, that also we are loving. So love is blind, it's true. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. We are very honored to have you with us. Thank you, Muthu. Thank you. Your husband also was very kind enough to speak to us. Our next topic is going to be it's going to be to our president, Abhilash Suresh. Can I have Abhilash on screen, please?
Yes, good evening, Toastmaster Shrikant.
Good afternoon and good evening, Abhilash. Abhilash, you have heard about Helen Keller. Am I right? Yeah, a very famous writer. She was blind, if I'm right. And one of her quotes is that, I want you to speak on that. She says that life is short and unpredictable. Eat the dessert first. Life is short and unpredictable. Eat the dessert first. Your time starts now, Abhilash.
Thank you. A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Life is short and unpredictable, so eat the dessert first. Let me take you all through a story. There once was a man who saved his wealth like crazy and never used to spend it at all. Not even for a good cause, not even for his own relatives. That was the extent to which he saved his wealth. He used to say, I wanted so that I could enjoy a better tomorrow. I wanted so that I could enjoy a better tomorrow. And finally, after 50 years, when that tomorrow came and he took out his wealth to spend it, there was a man standing near him. And he told, hey, I am the God of death and I have come to take you to heaven. This man said, but I have so much wealth to spend. Let me at least spend some of it, half of it. You give me at least one more year to live. And that man said, no, I cannot. The God of death said, I cannot give you even 1 second longer. The man pleaded and bargained, take half my wealth and give me at least 10 days to live. No, I cannot let you live even for 1 second, was the reply. And finally, the man said, take all my wealth, give me at least 1 day so that I can live life. But again, the answer was the same. I will not even give you 1 second. And finally, the man asked, okay, give me at least 1 second to live. Finally, the God of death relented and said, okay, I'll give you 1 second. And in that 1 second, the message that he wrote was, live life to the fullest. Life is unpredictable. Enjoy today as if there is no tomorrow. So, Toastmasters, live life today. Do not focus on an uncertain tomorrow. Learn to enjoy life as it is today. And that is the best reward that you will get for having lived a full life. I believe this is what Helen Keller, such an accomplished author, meant when she said this particular quote. Do you agree with me, Table Topic Master?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for those powerful words and making us realize that we need to live at the present moment. Thank you, Abhilash. Thank you very much. Can we have Pooja Jain? Pooja Jain, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Absolutely, Pooja Jain. Pooja Jain, it's kind of a situation that I would like you to tell us about. Would you welcome rain or would you curse rain? Whatever your take is, please tell us why. Would you welcome rain or would you curse rain? Your time starts now, Pooja.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, everybody, my fellow Toastmasters and the guests here. I would definitely invite rain rather than cursing it for variety of reasons. One being that we, as we know in our south and more particularly in Chennai, we always face water scarcity problem. So that is one reason. Second, rain is always like, it gives some kind of joyful feeling as far as I am concerned. I don't know about the rest. Third, it also gives you sometimes holiday, like schools and colleges are closed. So when I was small, I used to wait for rainy season to start and to think like, when will I get holiday? Because generally I don't take off. unless it is given by the government. So that is another reason. Next, the climate also, gives us this rainy season, like we can have good foods, like those special foods which we have only during the rainy season. So there are so many good things to enjoy about rain. So from my side, I feel that rain is always a blessing and a good thing to enjoy rather than cursing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja Jain. It's so nice that you welcome rain. Please be informed there is more rain coming your way, so enjoy the rainy days ahead. Thank you very much, Pooja, for taking your opinion, giving us know what it is all about to welcome rain. Thank you very much. Can we have Anirudh? Anirudh?
Yes, sir. Can you
Can
hear
the
me?
Zoom master? Yeah, I cannot see you, Anirudh. Zoom master, can you please spotlight Anirudh? Anirudh, here's your topic. Time and tide waits no man. Time and tide waits no man. Your time starts now, Anirudh.
Sir, thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak here. The time and tide waits for no man. This it is a very well-known fact that like whenever we are trying to start anything, we generally many people, they generally have this habit of procrastinating a lot. Like we all, many of us will just keep the most important things at the last minute, and then that time we realize that if we had started it before, if we planned it out properly, then we wouldn't have been so stressed out. So like there was still time, but then we did not do plan everything out properly, and we and then that's why it became so late, and therefore the saying is time and tide waits for no man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. That was a very good, interesting message that you gave us. Procrastination, something that we need to get out of our life. Timer, do I have time for a couple of more speakers? Because we have induction lined up. I tend to go overboard whenever time is a constraint for us.
Yes, Toastmaster Srikanth, you have the time to conduct.
How many more? Can I have a couple of them?
Two.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. So, Uttam Raj Purohit, are you with us, Uttam? Uttam? Guest Arun? Guest Suresh, who's an MBA aspirant. Suresh?
Yes, sir.
Is it Suresh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Suresh, thank you for taking up this topic. Here goes your topic. It says, don't cry over spilt milk. Don't cry over spilt milk. Toastmaster, beg your pardon, guest Suresh.
So thank you for the chance, sir. And I'm very pleased to be here. So the topic is don't cry over spilled milk. So okay. So I like to talk about my school days. When I was studying in 10th standard, I used to be a football team captain. I'm a sports person. So we will train hard, but we used to lose some matches, and we used to win some matches. But most of the time, my coach used to say that whether you lose or win, you have to give your 100% in the match. So what I will say is, like, when you fail, the opportunity is gone. But when you train a lot, you will get more opportunities to win. That's all. So that's my speech, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best for admission to one of those leading B schools in India. So the next speaker, the final speaker, is going to be Ashwini. Toastmaster Ashwini. Okay. Isha. Isha? Any of role players would like to volunteer? I just have time for one speaker.
I can take a topic, Toastmaster Srikanth.
Have your name, please.
Toastmaster Nanda.
Toastmaster Nanda. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing this afternoon?
I am good,
Welcome
sir.
back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sir, they say, here's your quote. Be happy without being perfect. Be happy without being perfect. Your time starts now, Toastmaster Nanda.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. So we always in a race in a life, right? So we always think that we should be a better version of ourselves. And in the process of doing that, we lose out a lot of things in life. For example, we tend to compare ourselves with others, like what they have achieved, what they are doing, and then put pressure on ourselves, saying that, oh, we should get there, we should reach there, that should be a life destination, all this stuff. And the success book industry or the motivation industry tends to like move towards that direction. They tell us to reach your goals, do that, do this, you can do that, you can win, you can live a life like a royal king, all that stuff. But what important thing as everyone should understand is we should know what is our capability. We should know what works out for us, what we can do. And then within that context and within that clear mind, I think we should all think what is possible and move towards that direction. Instead comparing ourselves with others or getting too much inspired by other speeches or other motivational, all that stuff, right? So we should see what is ourselves and what we can do and what we stand right now in life and how to move forward from there. If we have the clear clarity in right, we don't put pressure upon ourselves to be perfect, and in the process lose a lot of things in life, lose our peace of mind, lose our like family, lose the love of our loved ones, or lose our friends, etc. So it's always good to be in peace with yourself and do what is possible within your context or with your capability rather than competing with others. So I would say that always be in search of excellence. Don't try to be a perfect. Perfection is a mirage, but always try to push yourself and try to be a better version of yourself within your capabilities and limitations. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nanda. I truly believe what you said. Perfection does not exist. We can always better our best, and most of us have not given our best yet. So get that word out of your dictionary. Perfection does not exist. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful being your host as a TT Master. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And for those of you who have spoke for the first time, you should be really happy how well you have done. And before I say thank you once again, you might be wondering, some of you, why I have been wearing a mask sitting inside this room. It is just to remind you, the pandemic is still not over. It is still looming large across many countries, and please follow those standard protocols our government has been reminding us: social distancing, vaccination, and wearing your mask. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan. It was an excellent session. You had a variety of topic, and you picked the topic based on the speakers. You had an appropriate topic for the guests and for the senior Toastmasters. Kudos to you for all this. And now, having witnessed such a good session of prepared speeches and table topic session, and before that, I want to check with Timer. Timer, can you please let us know if all the table topic speakers are eligible for voting?
I just shared on chat box. DTM Nia John, guest Shiva, Toastmaster Abhilash, Toastmaster Pooja, guest Anirudh, guest Suresh, Toastmaster Nanda are qualified for table topics.
Thank you. Thank you, Timer, for this update. Okay, now let's move on to the last portion of this meeting. That's the evaluation. And before that, I just want to give you a small story which happened in last year between the two lockdown, where I've been with my college friends in a resort. Like it was all the uncles, as we completed 25 years since we left college. So we had a meeting there. So one of my friend was little worried about his future, and he was telling, I should rather say, he was complaining about his financial status and how he is struggling to plan for his daughter's education, all those things. Another friend was listening to him for some time and stopped him suddenly. And he told him, go back to 25 years and now tell me, what were you expecting when you are at the final year of your college? This friend said, I thought a job with few thousands of monthly salary is enough. So other friend asked him again, have you achieved that? He replied, yes, I earned more than what I wanted for. So this friend told him that, so far you've been only complaining about what you don't have or what you didn't get, but you're not looking at what you have currently and what is have you got more than what you expected. Many times we don't appreciate what we have and we come up what we have and we just complain about what we don't have. So appreciating what we have is what I was referring to as gratitude. There are two reasons I was mentioning about this incident. The first one is that we forget to be thankful to what we have than what we don't have. But the second important reason is, as we grow old, we may not get the critical feedback or honest feedback from our colleagues, especially the friend whom I was referring to is a regional head in one of the top IT company and he's handling a complete South American business. He has several reportees, several colleagues, but he may not get the right feedback from the people around him. But we friends, we've been their friends for a long time, can scold him and give him a critical or even rude comments, which he will listen to. However, I see one exception here, that is Toastmasters meeting. The Toastmasters meeting, we can get a critical feedback irrespective of the age group you are in. So that is a very constructive feedback you'll be getting in Toastmasters, which will help you improve your public speaking skills and leadership skills. So now let's move on to the evaluation session. That's a session which I was referring to just now. So let me invite our evaluator, general evaluator, Toastmaster Vignesh. Toastmaster Vignesh, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, for a wonderful story about evaluation. And so now we have come to the end of the meeting, which is evaluation portion. So in this evaluation is the core strength of the Toastmasters, which increases its strength by providing a optimistic and improvement comments towards the speakers. So hopefully each speaker will feel encouraged by the aspect of their speech and motivated to make the next speech in better manner. So let me introduce the individual evaluators for each speaker. First, I would like to call the evaluator from the speech order. To evaluate Toastmaster Kartika's speech, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Geeta Shroff to tell about her. She is a homemaker and she is rekindling her passion toward reading. As we all know, she is enthusiastic and optimistic Toastmasters. So let me welcome Toastmaster Geeta Shroff to tell about evaluation report. Over to you, Toastmaster Geeta Shroff.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vignesh, for this wonderful introduction. Friends, I would like to share a beautiful quote. The secret of getting started, the secret of getting ahead in life is getting started. So this famous quote, this is a beautiful quote by Mark Twain. So on the basis of this quote, I congratulate Toastmaster Kartika for making a beautiful start by giving us a wonderful icebreaker speech. That was really wonderful, Toastmaster Kartika, to listen to you. You were all smiles when you were introducing yourself to us. And it was really wonderful listening to you. You were also very confident, and in the process, you also told us a lot about yourself. You told us that you had to move places because your father had to move places. His job required him to move places. And in the process, you made a lot of friends, your friends, fun-loving friends from Chennai, you told us. Then you told us about your neighbors who inspired you to learn piano. That is from Bangalore, I think. That you talked about moving to a small town in Karnataka where you learn to cycling and lots. So it was wonderful listening to you. And it was beautifully organized. The way you put your thought process forward was so well organized that we could really relate to what you were trying to tell. And moving on, you also told us a lot about your profession. You told us that the CA was something very difficult to crack, but then you persisted and then you somehow you completed your chartered accountancy, and now we know that you are working with Apollo Hospitals in the financial reporting department. So that was also a wonderful introduction from your side. We also learned that you're, apart from studying, learning, you're also a very fun-loving person, and you are also, your hobbies are listening to music, dancing, singing, and you also told us that you also loved reading. In the process, you also told us a message that it is very important to have mentors in your life, be it your professional life or be it in the sports. So these are the mentors who will really push you forward to achieve great success in your life or to live a better version of yourself. So that was also really wonderfully put forward to all of us. Yes, coming to the recommendation. So here are a few things. Since it's your icebreaker speech, I would not go deep into it. But then, yes, what I would like to tell is, I somewhere noticed that you were trying to hold your hands together. So probably this gives us a feeling to the audience, even when you don't sound nervous or when you don't sound that you're not confident, still when you clasp your hands, it gives us a feeling that yes, she's feeling nervous. So probably you can avoid that part. And you also told us a lot about yourself, but yes, we would have loved to listen more about your parents, what kind of a profession your father was in, what was he doing, or a little bit about your siblings. Probably if you could have told us all about this, we would have loved listening to all of that as well. And on the whole, it was a beautiful speech, well organized, and you beautifully introduced yourself to all of us. Yes, you can just have in mind these small recommendations that I have for you, and you can move to the next level in your Toastmasters journey. Over to you, Toastmaster Vignesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta Shroff, for giving a wonderful brief evaluation report. Now, to evaluate Toastmaster Rekha's speech, I welcome DTM Venu Neelakantan to tell about himself. He is working in Airport Authority of India. He is a jovial person and a purposeful Toastmaster. His hobbies are painting and reading books. And and let me welcome Toastmaster Venu Neelakantan to share about speaker's evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Venu Neelakantan.
Thank you, gentle evaluator. Good evening, Madam, and special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Rekha. So, the research says an attention span of an ordinary audience is only 7 minutes. That's why most of the time, the Toastmaster speakers, the speech is about 5 to 7 minutes. So if the speaker is a bit professional, she or he can extend the attention span up to 20 minutes. That's why we have this project. That's why most of the TED Talk speeches are 18 to 20 minutes. So today, Toastmaster Rekha, whether she fulfilled as a professional speaker, I would say yes. Why? Because throughout the 17 minutes, she hooked the audience. She engaged the audience to listen whatever she was telling. With many inspirational stories within her stories. So she engaged the audience. And many good points were there, many appreciable things I can say that. But I don't want to spend this time to talk who Rekha is as a good speaker, because we all know that she's a division champion, she's a good at speakers, but I wanted to utilize this 2 minutes time, how to help her to improve this good speech, the better one. First, so I am going to focus on the elements of public speaking because this is the epitome of public speaking, this particular project. So first, let me take focus on the gestures. Throughout the speeches, Toastmaster Rekha was using a lot of gestures, no doubt of that. But most of the time, her gesticulations were not synchronizing with her articulation. Most of the gestures were the same gestures. And again, whenever she completed that particular gestures, it went back to clasping her hands. So instead of that, she would have used the open gestures, particularly the open palm gestures. Most of the times he was using the palm down gestures. It's because of that he may miss the audience credibility. So most of the time as a speaker, first thing we have to learn is open your hands to your audience, because I'm not hiding anything. This is the open gestures. So use your open gestures. That's the one thing. And next thing is positioning the character. You had many characters in your speech and you didn't move from your place. You were where you were all from the beginning to end. So you have used the stage and also the positioning the character. For example, your friend's character, even you yourself, you can position your character over old version of you, because you were a failure, but now you are the successful woman. How we could find that transformation? Who is the old Toastmaster Rekha, and now it's the successful transformation? Because of the successful transformation, the new Rekha, we will not find that difference. So you can have utilized the stage movements and positioning also. And next, the voice modulation. Voice modulation is very, very important for a professional speaker, particularly because as a speaker, you are not only conveying the message, you are also conveying the emotion. When you said that, I was shattered, you didn't use the voice modulation and you didn't give the pause, because we didn't feel the shattering. So we reached that we got your message, but we didn't get that emotion. So try to give that emotions like a shatter, but later I regain my senses. That difference, give the pause to make your audience feel. That's called reflection pause. So if you are taking care of all these elements of the public speaking, your speech will be far better than what you deliver. And at last, not as an evaluator, as a well-wisher, because right from the beginning, we are growing as a sibling in CTM. So as a well-wisher, I would say that I would go back to my first statement. As a professional speaker, it's 18 to 20 minutes. This project says it's 18 to 20 minutes. Even your VP refusing it, claim and snatch it. Because this is a speech you can prove your caliber as a 20 minutes speaker. So I would suggest as a well-wisher, go to another club and complete this project properly up to 20 minutes, not 17 minutes, up to 20 minutes. That's the only suggestion I would say right now. With that, I would without any doubt, it's a crowning achievement. So let me hand over the stage back to the general evaluator. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM Venu, for a wonderful evaluation report. To know about time taken by each member, let me call to share the timer report by Toastmaster Naveen Raj. Over to you, Toastmaster Naveen Raj.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vignesh. Time taken by Toastmaster Tarun as a Sergeant at Arms, time taken 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash as a Presiding Officer, time taken 2 minutes 32 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as Toastmaster of the Day, time taken 2 minutes 49 seconds. Toastmaster Vignesh as General Evaluator Introduction, time taken 2 minutes 43 seconds. Toastmaster Naveen Raj for timers briefing, time taken 42 seconds. Toastmaster Tarun as a counter briefing, time taken 43 seconds. Toastmaster Srinivasan as a grammarian's brief, time taken 42 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as the Toastmaster of the Day, time taken 1 minute 12 seconds. And prepared speakers, Toastmaster Geeta took evaluator brief at 35 seconds. Toastmaster Karthika as a prepared speaker, time taken 4 minutes 51 seconds. DTM Distinguished Toastmaster Venu Nilagandan, time taken for evaluator brief 1 minute 21 seconds, and Toastmaster Rekha as a prepared speaker 2, time taken 16 minutes 45 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as a Toastmaster of the Day, time taken 3 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Srikanth as a table topic master, time taken 2 minutes 34 seconds. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati as a table topic speaker, time taken 2 minutes 35 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Neena Jan as a table topic speaker, time taken 2 minutes. Guest Siva as a table topic speaker, time taken 1 minute 56 seconds. Guest Muthu as a table topic speaker, time taken 28 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash, time taken 2 minutes 19 seconds. Toastmaster Pooja, time taken 1 minute 19 seconds. Guest Anirudh, time taken 1 minute 2 seconds. Guest Suresh, time taken 1 minute 1 seconds. Toastmaster Nanda, time taken 1 minute 35 seconds. Again, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, the Toastmaster of the day, time taken 3 minutes 50 seconds. Toastmaster Viknesh as a general evaluator, time taken 1 minute 5 seconds. Toastmaster Geeta as a evaluator 1, time taken 3 minutes 18 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Venu Nilagandan, time taken 3 minutes 50 seconds. Over to you, general evaluator Toastmaster Viknesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naveen Raj, for good, wonderful evaluation. Next, can we have a R counter Toastmaster Tarun to share R counter report?
Good evening, Toastmasters. I will be sharing my screen. This is my R counter report. I myself as SAA, Toastmaster Tarun, I used R once and I used 2 pause. As TMOD, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana took, said 1 R, had 2 pauses, and repeats were I and and. The I and he used 1 R after Toastmaster Rekha's speech and 1 and after Toastmaster Kartika's speech. As a general evaluator, Toastmaster Vignesh had 3 plus R's. It's during entire course of meet. And coming to the prepared speakers, Toastmaster Kartika had 2 R's, 3 pauses, 1 I and 1 and. Toastmaster Rekha had 1 pause. Coming to the evaluators, Toastmaster Geeta had 1 R, 1 pause, and she used V twice. The next evaluator is Distinguished Toastmaster Venu Nilagandan. He used 2 R's, 1 R while introducing Toastmaster Rekha and 1 during this evaluation. Coming to the table topic speakers, Toastmaster Srikanth as a TT master, he was flawless. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati was flawless. Distinguished Toastmaster Neena John was flawless. Guest Shiva Kumar had 3 plus R's. Guest Muthu was flawless. Toastmaster Abhilash was flawless. Toastmaster Pooja was flawless. Toastmaster Anirudh used 1 and 1 R. Guest Suresh was flawless. And Toastmaster Nanda used 1 R. That's all for the R counter report today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for sharing a R counter report. To know about grammatical usage and grammatical report, let me welcome Toastmaster Srinivas to share the grammarian report. Over to you, Toastmaster Srinivas.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Here's my detailed report. Before I read out my detailed report, I want to congratulate who are all using the word of the day. DTF Neena Jam ma'am and General Evaluator Vignesh, appreciated for using the word of the day. And here's my detailed report. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana sir, TMOD use the quote like, we can complain because crows have bushes, have thorns, or rejoice, thrones have roses. And use the word like recognize, acknowledge, and appreciate. And use the quote like, appreciating what we have is gratitude. And coming to the role player, Toastmaster Vignesh General Evaluator, using the quote like, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. And coming to prepared speakers, Toastmaster Kartika using the word like swapping, enthusiastic, backup by mentors. And if you want to create something great, get a good mentor like that. Toastmaster Rekha ma'am used the alliteration twice, like twist and turns, fat 5-digit salary is a personification, like cried my heart out. The quote like, all the world is stages, all the men and women are players. And the quote like, problems are guidelines, not the stop sign. And used to conduct, like I inducted her forever. Inducted her forever. And then aspire for something, the university aspire to give you the code and use the alliteration like debate, doubt, and a droplet. And use a quote like warrior is not always win, but warriors always want to fight. No one means no life. Coming to the tabletop session. A friend in need is sorry. Toastmaster Nagendra Badi used to quote like a friend in need is a friend indeed. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thanks,
Over to you,
Toastmaster. Yes, thanks, Toastmaster Srinivas, for a wonderful grammatical report. Yeah, now let me share my general evaluation report. In today meeting, it was a wonderful meeting, and the agenda is published the day before the meeting, and the SAA started the time meeting on the time. So guests are welcomed initially. That was a good one. And the TMOD was excellent TMOD, and he has a wonderful theme. Also, he had a very good skills like a transition from one speaker to another speaker. So that was everyone got attention towards the meeting. So that was appreciated and kudos to him. And sharing short stories between the gap, he is well managed the entire meeting. I congratulate him for wonderfully articulated in the meeting. And then about speakers, I appreciate icebreaker speech given by Karthika. She did a great job, and Toastmaster Rekha did a very good job. She has shared a lot of quotes. So everything is inspiring one. And Timer, about evaluation team, Timer did a very good job. He has posted the timing qualifications in the meeting to avoid some discrepancies. And he and everything and everyone is well aligned with the agenda, and the time is also followed. So I appreciate and congratulate everyone. And TT Master also did a very good job. He has given a difficulty level based upon the members. And to about the recommendation part, a word of the day could have been used much, since it is an easy word. So I recommend everyone to use the word of the day in every meeting. Also, time limit could have been synced by the evaluator and the speaker to avoid some time discrepancies. And TT topic could have been aligned with the theme of the day. So if we aligned it, it could be even better. Yeah, that's all about my evaluation report. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vignesh. Your points are well taken. And we have the poll now. Please vote for the best prepared speaker and the table topic speaker, as you see the screen. So you all agree, right? This is one of the awesome meeting where we had two excellent prepared speeches. I know people will be struggling to vote between these two prepared speakers. And it was an excellent table topic session and an evaluation session as well. The evaluation session complemented both the prepared speech and the table topic session. So coming back to the theme, before winding up, I just want to mention that people who regularly practice gratitude by taking time to notice and reflect upon the things they are thankful for, experience more positive emotions, feel more alive, they have better sleep, and then they express more compassion and kindness, and even they have a stronger immune system. That's what the researchers say. So practicing an attitude of gratitude is one of the best practice, I always believe. So with that, we come to the end of this meeting. And before I hand over the control to presiding officer, I want to thank for this opportunity to be the Toastmaster of the day, and thank everyone in this meeting to make me feel that this 2 hours of time on Sunday in rainy weather is worth spending. And hopefully all of you felt the same. So with that, I hand over the control back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhilash. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, for having taken us through the meeting in a beautiful manner. It was indeed a joy listening to your attitude of gratitude today. Normally, this would now call for the meeting, ending of the meeting and some guest feedback and all those, but today we have a special session. We have an induction ceremony for all our new joiners today. And to conduct the induction ceremony as our induction officer is none other than our own charter member, past district governor and past district chief judge, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. Ma'am, the virtual stage is yours to take us across the induction.
Thank you so much, President Abhilash, and welcome to all who are here. I would request everyone. I'll just give a short outline of what is going to happen. Becoming a member of Toastmasters is a privilege that you have you have to be invited to, and you have to be voted into this particular thing. So we have this procedure by which all members who have joined Toastmasters must be inducted into the organization and have to be voted into the organization. So I would request all the new members. So what I will do first is I will request all those who have come in as new members to be taken in to another breakout room, which I think our host Zoom master will take care of. And I will call out the names of each individual member who's going to come in. I will ask other members whether this person is to be voted into the club or not. So one person will propose that new guest's name. Somebody else will second it. Then the secretary will note down these names. After all the names have been noted, we will invite all these guests back into the room. They will take the pledge of Toastmasters, and only after that will they be called Toastmasters. Till then, they are still guests and not yet Toastmasters. So, may I request the following? Pooja Jain, is the breakout room ready? Tarun?
Master?
Yes, the breakout rooms are ready.
All right. So you need just one breakout room so that we can all go there. So may I request Pooja Jain, Kartika, Muthuraman, Vijay Aditya, Anirudh. Any others are there who are?
Ma'am, we have Bharat Kumar.
Bharat Kumar and?
Abhishek.
Abhishek. So may I request Bharat Kumar and Abhishek to all be in the breakout room. To those of you who are here, I would request to ask you if you are willing to take these members in as, take these ladies and gentlemen in as members of the Toastmasters Club. So I would request you all to propose their names one by one, and I'm just reading it in the order that I have. First is Abhishek. Who is proposing Abhishek to be a member? Anyone?
Lakshmi Narayan.
And seconded by?
Abhiram.
Yeah, it's seconded by Geeta. Second is Kartika. So who is proposing her name?
Abhirami.
Abhirami. Seconding?
I can do it, yeah. This,
right?
Yeah.
Vishnu Kumar?
Abhilash, I'll propose.
Abhilash is proposing, and who is seconding?
Naveen Raj.
Sorry?
Naveen, Toastmaster.
Naveen, right, okay. Srinivasan?
I'll propose.
Lakshmi Narayan. Vijay Aditya? Sorry, who is seconding?
Seconding?
I second him, ma'am. Srinivas, I second.
Srikanth.
Vijay Aditya? Who's proposing?
Nagendra Bharati is proposing.
Nagendra Bharati, who is seconding?
Toastmaster Tarun, the second.
Arun, okay, and Anirudh? Rekha is proposing, and who is seconding?
I'm seconding Toastmaster Kalvat here. Thanks, Neil.
Toastmaster. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are people who have fellow Toastmasters of Chennai Toastmasters Club. These are the people who have applied to be members of our Toastmasters Club. Are you ready to welcome them in as members of our organization? If anyone has any objections, please raise them now. No objections? Then we can go in. May I request the Sergeant at Arms to bring the guests back into the room virtually? Is everybody in the room?
They are coming, ma'am.
Are all the people in the room?
Except one.
Toastmaster
Bharat.
Bharat Kumar is not there in our main room. He's in breakout room. Yeah, he also came. Everyone is in the main room.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen who have applied for the membership, I welcome you into the Chennai Toastmasters forum, and I am now going to ask you to repeat after me whether you agree to the following or not. So fellow Toastmasters, I'm pleased to have the occasion today to induct new members and into the International Toastmasters International. Individuals come to Toastmasters to improve their communication and leadership skills. We have the opportunity to help each other achieve our goals. May I request those for whom, I will also read out the names of those for whom mentors have been assigned. So Abhishek has Madam Toastmaster Abhirami, Kartika has Madam Toastmaster Rekha, Vishnu Kumar has Toastmaster Abhilash, Srinivasan has Toastmaster Nandakumar, and for the rest, we will be assigning mentors shortly. Fellow new members, our collective obligation in the Toastmasters Club is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourselves to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help this Toastmaster Club strong and dynamic. Now, please, after I finish saying this, please say, I will. Will you make a firm obligation to attend meetings regularly, prepare fully for each assignment, to apply yourself to the program outlined in the Toastmaster manuals, to participate actively in club activities, to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationships with our fellow members, and to bring other new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters? I request the new members to respond with, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
So we, the members of the Chennai Toastmasters Club, pledge to support you in your quest for self-development, to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations, to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere, to give you opportunities to help others, and to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. So what I will do is I will ask members of Chennai Toastmasters alone to please signal by raising their hands or whatever, or by showing their reactions that yes, they will support the new members. Yes. So we welcome all the new members. We are very happy to have you here in Chennai Toastmasters. And I hope the members who are already there remember the pledge, which means you have to follow your project manuals and support the new members as well as our old members in a friendly atmosphere. Regularly attend meetings, evaluate members as required, and support each other in every way possible. So with that, I welcome each and every one of you into Chennai Toastmasters and Toastmasters International. All of you may now be referred to as Toastmasters or Madam Toastmasters. Once again, welcome, and back to our presiding officer, Abhilash. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Induction Officer, for having conducted the induction ceremony. On behalf of our club, welcome to all new members, Toastmasters Kartika, Toastmaster Anirudh, Toastmaster Muthuraman, Toastmaster Pooja, Toastmaster Vijay Aditya, who are here. Welcome to the full membership of our club. It is going to be an excellent journey of learning, realization, and at the same time, a little bit of fun. Make the most out of your Toastmasters journey. Wishing you all the very best. And now it is time for us to proceed onward with the closing session of the meeting, which means it is now time for us to take some feedback from our guests. So we have quite a number of guests with us today. So let us start with our guest, Shivakumar. So this is his third meeting.
A very good evening to all my friends, Toastmasters and guests. As usual, today's program was really wonderful. Maybe to start with, I must congratulate Kartika for her introductory speech, and I could see a big sigh of relief on her face after her speech. And today, I must say, Miss Rekha has arrested the attention, started by saying some Shakespeare's line. And then from there, I got carried away by her entire speech. I mean, it was so intense, inspiring, authentic, and she could make a very personal connect, basically, when she was talking. So that way, it was a wonderful speech for me all the time listening to that. And then, as usual, the table topics, that is the interesting segment totally for me. Something that I wait to see. I always wait for the topic. And every time the topic is said for somebody else, I think, oh, that is a wonderful topic. I should have got that. But when it comes to me, then I run out of words. And but it is truly interesting, and how spontaneously we could organize our thoughts and then present it in a way that people can logically understand. And everyone, they have their own strengths. Like Madam Nina John ended with the lifelong learning. So quickly she could draw that a very kind of philosophical thing behind this learning thing and all. And one thing is, like, the grammarian's report, I could not really enjoy due to the poor bandwidth. Nothing wrong with him. I guess, is it only to me or not? I don't know. I just wanted to express it. And also the word of the day. Only today I realized that all speakers are supposed to use the word of the day during the speech. Is it something like that? I want a clarification. Maybe after my speech, someone can help me out. And one last thing is, like, I have just maybe I can also personally ask Mr. Lakshmi Narayana maybe to get the receipt of my transfer, because I did a test transfer for the fees, towards the fees. Once I get the acknowledgement, I can do the test. And thank you, all the best, and it was a wonderful day as usual. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we have a few guests with us. Let us hear. So, guest Suresh, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Suresh, so tell us how the meeting was today.
Yes, today's topic is attitude is gratitude, which is a good topic. Everyone who spoke were really great, and Toastmaster Kartika and Toastmaster Rekha, who gave the prepared speech, was really good. It was so motivating to hear from Toastmaster Rekha's story. And when it comes to table topic also, everyone was so good about their topics, and that's it.
Thank you, Suresh. Do join in for more meetings. Thank you. So next we have guest Muralidharan with us. Muralidharan, could you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone.
Tell us. Come.
Hi everyone. Sorry for barging in late. In fact, I was a bit late. Unfortunately, rainy season was dragging me into a slight bit of a nap. Extremely sorry for that. Thanks so much. Actually, it's one of beautiful opportunities where I have been eluded in. I could see a lot of panel members around, elite panel members. I had a word long back with Mr. Lakshminarayana, so I just wanted to get into it and see what exactly this is all about. And though I know about Toastmasters Club earlier, but I just wanted to experience how things are being proceeded. What I could understand is it is in a more professional way, carried forward, and each and every representative are doing their job. It's quite nice to see a lot of youngsters coming up together to form a beautiful forum and supported with the elder Toastmasters. And I could able to sense that from Nina John ma'am's comment. I'm sorry. If I'm not wrong, I'm not getting a name wrong. I'm extremely sorry for that. So this is what I wanted to understand. Hopefully this is a wonderful session and I'd like to be a part of it going forward and taking this opportunity to get along all with you guys. And hopefully I should be in place from next meeting. Thanks so much.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Murali. Most welcome to join us for subsequent meetings. Please do come. Thank you. So next we have guest Shruti with us. Shruti?
Yeah, can you listen
Yes,
to me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah, I'm Shruti and hi everyone. I've attended a meeting month ago, but I was too scared. I spoke in the tables topics session as a guest, but then I didn't attend few other meetings because I was too scared to speak. But then I came back again. I spoke to Mr. Lakshminarayana sir, and sometimes you have to really push yourself to overcome few fears. So I'm here for that. And now I see that this is more like a therapy session for me because each one speaks with more relatable topics and everything involving reality. So I really want to join and, overcome my fear.
Thank you, Shruti. Most welcome to join in and we'll help you overcome your fear. Thank you. Thank you. So next up, we have guest Uttam with us. Uttam? Right, we'll hear from guest Uttam a little bit later, probably. And so now that brings us to the closing session for today's meeting. It is time for us to now announce the results. Let us go on. For the best timer, account, and the grammarian, the best tag role player for today goes to none other than our timer, Toastmaster Naveen Raj. Congratulations, Toastmaster Naveen. The best role player for today from amongst our Toastmaster of the day, our table topic master, and our general evaluator. And this was a very close one, but our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshminarayana, is the best role player for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Lakshminarayana. Moving on, the best evaluator for today. We had two seasoned evaluators, DTM Venu and Toastmaster Geeta, giving at their best. So today's best evaluator is Toastmaster Geeta Shroff. Congratulations, Toastmaster Geeta. The best table topic speaker. So thank you everyone for voting me in. I am the best table topic. Thank you once, speaker. Thank you once again. And last, but certainly not the least, the best speaker for the day, none other than Toastmaster Rekha for giving us such an inspirational speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rekha. And today we have one of our members who have started their speech journey. As is our tradition, let us give a huge round of standing applause to Toastmaster Kartika for having started and delivered her icebreaker today. Toastmaster Kartika, here is from us wishing you all the best in your speech journey. May you go miles. Congratulations.
Thanks, Abhilash.
And so on that happy note, let us adjourn. Before that, we have a small announcement. Next week is going to be a joint meeting. So it's going to be an interesting meeting among the first two community clubs of D120. So CTM and Wordsmiths are going to have a joint meeting next week. It's bound to be a very interesting meeting. Please do join in and let us see what the meeting has in store for us. And on that happy note, let me now.
Yeah, one second. Abhishek, I think Rekha has finished one path, level one pathways.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, today was my last speech of
Thank you.
presentation.
So, finishing one speech in itself is a great task. Finishing one level is an even harder task. But finishing an entire path of 5 levels is something which illustrates the mastery over public speaking that Toastmaster Rekha has. So let us give a huge standing ovation to Toastmaster Rekha for completing her presentation mastery. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rekha. One more path and you're well on your course to become a distinguished Toastmaster. So that is something, a journey that we'll have. And on that happy note, lot of really happy things today. First icebreaker, a path completion. So today was a milestone speech day in many ways. I mean, at least ways more than one. On that happy note, let me now adjourn meeting number 804 to next week. Let us now gather for an informal session.
Congrats.